Hi, good morning, welcome back again to Adventures at the OYMYO bookstore. Got tons of these really awesome looking books. I'd not even looked through them and I've got way more to pick up. I've not even picked up half of them yet. Giving stone number 2's Flora Queen again. I just keep giving it another scrub because once we got stuff in there, it's going to be really difficult to be able to clean them without, getting books wet and stuff. So I think it's going to be a crazy few weeks, guys. I keep looking at the space, trying to imagine how it's going to work. Thinking about things, trying to think as I've not thought about where's the door going to be, where's the entrance going to be, where's the lights going to be, where's the cameras going to be, where the shelves going to be, how the shelves can be built. There's so many things to think about. But what an awesome space, look at it. Okay, I'll just give it a bleach to leave it to dry. Okay, we're at 11:13. I've still got some more books to bring into the shop, and then tonight I've got to go pick up some more books, and somewhere along them lines, I think straight after about 3 o'clock, I'm going to go to B&Q to try and price up some wood. I'm going to have to take some measurements before I do that. These suitcases, well, it's temporary because I just wanted to bring this into the shop, and it's off the Lightbox, that featured video I did the other day. But I think it'll look cool if I actually try and get something to, or maybe get a custom suitcase. I don't want to get a new suitcase because I know some of them fail, and like this one just helped to get the string and a screw to replace this broken clip thing, but yeah, looks good. Tiny sign to let people know we're opening here, branch number 2, very soon. Okay, very busy morning so far. I was planning on measuring the new place right now, but the floor's wet, so I've got to wait for that to dry. And oh, sorry, I thought I misplaced my phone. It's there. Well, my filming phone, but the phone and then the old phone. Actually carry around with 2 phones. It makes it easy to film. Bigger space on the filming phone. So yeah, just trying to relax for just a moment, maybe get a cup of coffee, good idea. And then getting ready for B&Q tonight, but I do need to really measure up. I don't want to buy wood, Royals, buy wood. I want to buy exactly what I need, which is, this is the new leaf I've been turning over lately. Trying my best. Doing this thing at home called Operation Breadline, which basically means live on the breadline through either choice or necessity. Unfortunately, it's leading to the latter. I've been trying my best to sort of try and imagine different scenarios with the shelving, but if I go for the shelving, it's going to be really difficult down the line. If I go for the pre-packed, £50 bookcase, it's going to be about £800, and it's not going to be perfect. Then bookcases, they start to bend with the weight. And £800 is just a lot of money to spend on bookcases when that we need to also get the signage, the neon sign, the floor sticker, lots of different things, the Formex, the actual fixtures and fittings for the donation box. The Perspex little sign, we need one of them. So all this totting up is really going to be coming to quite a substantial amount of money, so that's why we need to really measure everything. Hopefully the floor will be dry, and we can get that sorted, get that measured up and go get an idea of the prices. One of the other guys, friend in the market, said You know, it's not Waterstones. I think what he meant by that is people sort of DIY the stalls together on the market, and people don't really mind a bit more of a bodge job. But that's really not what I want. I want it to be pristine. Okay, I've just really quickly drawn some shapes of a shop with hypothetical bookcases. So this is, you see 2 rows of bookcases for the outside and the inside, big open space in the middle, 15 cases at £50 each, £750 with bookcases. Next one, the same, but with this hypothetical, making it like a U shape. Walk around up, you know what I mean, and the donation box here at the front. 17 to 19 bookcases, depending on whether it's 3 or 4, 2 or 3 down. £850 to £950 in bookcases. This other shape, S shape, so 2 entrances, different ends of place. 23 bookcases, it could even be 25 depending on how much space it is when we measure it up. You know, £1,150 in bookcases. So if we can do this in 2x4s and wood sheets, I mean, we can definitely probably get some quite substantial, decent stuff going on. I mean, wood paint, varnish, all that sort of stuff. Here as well is the scale model of the size of the current shop, first shop, and the size of the second shop. So just by, imagine how many books fit in that first shop, which we also have a big electric meter here and a table coming across here, so it's like taken up, and we also have big space taken up outside of this side, and we have a big bar coming right through the middle. Whereas this second shop, we've got a tiny little meter in the corner, and we've got the bar right over to the edge. So much more bigger space. It's just a good way to visualise the space. Oh, and I've just started writing down my rules because I started forgetting my rules, but no stickers. I put no storage there as well. So I wanted all the books to be out in shops. That's what I'm trying to set rules. It makes decisions in the future really easy. Okay, the floor is looking 1,000 times better. Okay, I'm gonna go get a screwdriver and try and get that CNS sports sign down. So we've got a fresh day tomorrow to get started on it. The violin man is back on it. Oh wow. Behind some scaffolding, I think, but that sun, I can hardly even see where I'm walking. Wow. Just bright. 20 minutes left before the market closes. It's Tuesday, we close early on a Tuesday, 3 o'clock. So gonna get the screwdriver, head back in, take that sign down, scrub the floor. Today's been an ultra quiet day. Let's hope the rest of the week picks up. Luckily we had a really busy Monday, so we'll see how the rest of the week goes. And then I'm going to try and go to B&Q, price up, see how much the wood's going to cost, and then back to Nelson again tonight to pick up another 100 and, well, about 100 books, something like that. I got my Kyle cakes. Screwdriver set. One open. It's like hell. There's a piece jammed. I got it out. But whoever designed this set, like, look, you gotta go like that, and you gotta get it above and then drop it on top. Otherwise, it gets jammed. Look, that one there. How am I supposed to? Ta-da! Sure, that'll be the right one. But I'm sure this one will just do. But just in case, we've got one of every type. Well, this old sign is partially down. Doing all that with a screwdriver made me think maybe I should have brought a drill instead. Wow, guys. It's crazy. I've got the only thing I think, well, not the only thing that's missing apart from lots of space, is somewhere to just chill out and read. You know, like just one chair maybe. That's why maybe, I don't know, looking at how many books are here, if you imagine, I figured out 4.4 by 3.8, I think it were, shelves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could be fitting about double the amount of cases in the other one, even though we're not doing it out of cases, we're going to be doing it out of wooden frame with plywood, and then possibly with a covering of Formex on each shelf. I'm thinking this stuff here, but I'm really not sure yet. But yeah, what I'm thinking is we're probably not going to still have enough room, which is why we are really racing against the clock, because there's a lot to come in here still. So yeah, guys, crazy. Ceremonially, let's scrub the floor. Yo, thank you, Lord, for making me an almost professional full-time cleaner of floors. Okay, got some more books. I think maybe just less than 100. Back at Nelson Station. Just a few minutes to wait. 8. I started a story before, but the bus came. This is the station hotel that the Admiral Lord Nelson decided to build because there's a train station the stop for the train station was here before the town was established, and Lord Nelson decided to get off one day and build a hotel, and that is what was one of the first settlements here in Nelson. Now it's quite a big town actually. It's got quite a big town centre, quite a large population. I think population last time I looked about 70,000, but probably more like 90,000 now, maybe even more. There's a Arndale market, which has now become a bazaar. The ethnicity has become much more varied as time passes on. It's actually quite an interesting place. It's my home, obviously. Growing up here, it means a lot to me, Nelson. It's crazy how much of a pattern our lives get in, that there's buses that go places from the town where you lived like all your life that you've never heard of. Can't read it. It's something like Histerford, Winderford, Isleford. Okay, people really racing against time to get that shop opened up. So gonna try and check out this local timber yard. I'm not sure what the prices are or if they even do what I want. I always forget about this place. They do books. I'm not sure what price though. Got a few, I can't see the price. Hopefully 50 pence. They'll price at £1 each. I've been to this timber yard before and they do like this recycled plastic fake wood stuff. Okay, here we are. Okay, looks like they got sheet materials, but it says do not enter without a member of staff. Might need some of this stuff down the line as well. Okay, we have lots of different stuff here. This is what I was recommended against, but could be used for some like different stuff. This stuff is probably the cheapest, but it will take a lot to finish it to look any good, so it's just over there what I want to look at, the ply. These like loft boards. Yeah, in a dream world, we'd go straight for the big, thick, 1-inch ply. But that's going to be too expensive, guys. It's probably for more big jobs, maybe something like that. But even this is probably just a bit overkill, whereas this might really work. You see the bit of bend in the stack, but hopefully with a bit of support. I mean, look at this stuff, really thin. So I mean 9mm ply up to 18mm ply, and then something for the backs. I was thinking MDF for the backs, or furniture board just to square everything up. But even this, I mean, I bet that's probably got a lot of bend in it, to be honest, but it's really thin. Oh, it's not even ply, or is it? I'll go get some quotes anyway. And I also need to look at this sort of stuff, structural. But yeah, once I have quotes, at least I'm not buying anything today. I'm just, oh, there's more up top. Okay, I got my quotes. Some of the materials, going to compare them to some other suppliers. Guys, someone has left a full can of Coke. Another decent day. Lots of coins in there, fibres. Crazy. Apparently the Halifax market have asked for a quote, a reference today, so I was worried they weren't interested. It looks like they are still interested. Time to scrub the floor, guys. Got Watchtower meeting tonight, so I hope that goes well. I'm really excited for it actually, because my sister's hopefully coming as well, and I get to speak to her about trying to persuade her to take these stores on. I want her to have the Todmorden one when that happens, because putting them through onto different people's names means that they legally will be the owner. So like my sister might be the owner, or my dad or my mother might be the owner of a store, and it means that they'll be exempt from paying the rates. Just whilst we're in the stage of trying to get it established as a non-profit, it's getting really difficult to bring more stock even into here. And then the big thing is like the £100, like say we do £100 in sales, we've then got to replenish them 100 books. So we actually need to make like maybe £135 in sales to replenish the 100 books. You get what I mean? It's weird. It's weird how it works. But as long as we buy low and sell high, or reasonably high. The other thing is make sure that everything is available. At the moment, people say half the stock isn't available for sale. Well, I'd go even further and say that actually probably 80% of the stock isn't available for sale. You can't see it. Like there's actually not just 2 rows of books blocking the books. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's another 2 there. So there's like 5 rows. So that's what, 20% of the stock visible. So that's what I'm hoping and praying, that if we can spread this out, we can get more. And that's the thing, the cost of living, very difficult. So God bless people. But a mock grade. I need videos for my social media. Okay, the final mop has been accomplished, I think. Looking very good. Okay, not much on the agenda today. Maybe order some of the timber, some of the ply, maybe. Not 100% sure yet. Might still need to finalise a few of the measurements, make sure I don't put all the Bible study, and there's something to sort out with my apartment. They're changing the fobs and they want me to be around for the day that the fobs change to pick up the fob, and I've got to sort that out because I can't be around too busy. But other than that, yeah, all good. Nice quiet day today. Trying to take it as slowly as I can, stay chilled. In another turn of events, bleaching. I managed to get bleach, splash. You see there, 3 little splashes. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to maybe try and felt tip pen it. Try that after we've done the coffee and measurements. So these are the 8x4 sheets of wood that I've been trying to plan out. So these cases that I'm planning, the old cases are this size here, 180 by 78 by 20. So the new cases I'm planning 240 by 80 by 20. The bottom shelves I might want to go for 40 centimeters deep. So there's a bit of a lip also on at the bottom that people can stand on. So I want to go for something like 18mm sheets for the bottom, but look at this, been drawing out just how many sides and how many shelves you get per sheet. So per one sheet you get 6 sides and 6, 12, 18 shelves on one sheet, like one sheet each. So then I've been figuring out here, look, there's 9 per 7, so 9 cases per 7 sheets, which works out as pretty cheap in comparison to buying the bookcases, because bookcases are 50 quid each and the bookcases are a bit smaller. So that's some good maths so far. It looks like we've cutting it really close with how much cash we have to spend on it, but yeah, I've been trying to figure it out. Estimated 16 cases we need, so 4, 8, 12. I've actually got 12 in ready to order, so there might be some spaces before we manage to finish it off probably by January, but I'm hoping to get the majority of it done before that. And just for ease, on this picture I realised that even though 8 shelves I've been figuring out is 8 slats, but it's actually 9 shelves into it. It works out easier because we've got 6, 12, 18. It means we got 2 lots of shelves per sheet and 3 lots of sides per sheet, and that's if we are doing each one as a freestanding. I mean, I was thinking technically this one doesn't need another sheet coming down here next to it, do you know what I mean? Doesn't need this extra one. It could actually just be connected straight on. So between 2 of them we could do with 3 sides instead of 4 sides. But I do sort of want them freestanding because yeah, just in case we want to ever move them, it'd be a lot easier. So then also what I'm doing is going to have to divide the area perfectly so that we have the things fit in there perfectly. And then I think we're good to go, basically. That's all there is to work out. So what I want to do today is I want to make sure that where all this stands on the bottom, it's going to have actually like a frame on the floor, like made out of timber, maybe out of 2x4 or something, for it all to stand on. That's all connected together all the way around. I also don't really know what's going to go on in the corners, but I'm thinking of trying to make like a little, like in the corner, if you imagine a bit bookshelves, bookcases all around like this. I'm trying to think of a way that I can have like a seating area at the back, so like something like where you can like get inside it and there'll be like cushions here or something, you know what I mean? God, totally wrecked, guys. Hi, it's Paul. I came in yesterday for some quotes for some plywood. I'd just like to place an order, please, if possible.
Quote number?
The quote number.
The order will be 570.
Oh yeah, 560, 570, 560.
560.
Yeah, 570, 560.
Yep.
I don't want to do the whole thing. I want to just do the 12 sheets of the 12mm ply. That's it for now. I might be later on, well, I'll need some timber later on, but that's it for now.
Delivery, yep.
Yes, please.
Tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, can I just confirm the full price? I think I've got 284, including the VAT.
287.86.
Pardon, sorry?
287.86.
287.86. Yeah. Is it payment on delivery?
Can for you?
Alright, okay, thank you.
Call, please.
BB11, 1BB. So that's the plywood ordered. Delivery tomorrow. So wow, Jesus. Which means I've got to get my circular saw on charge tonight. I haven't got anything to square them up. I've just bought the 12 sheets for now, which is about what I figured out. I might need a 1 or 2 sheets extra, or I might have an extra bit of scrap, which certainly need scrap because we need all the wood we can. So I've still got to order the timber for the framing for the bottom and the MDF stuff for the squaring and the backs. Terrible weather outside. It's been a nice relaxing day. It's been actually quite busy in the market. I had a Bible study earlier. Got that plywood ordered. The floor's looking a lot better. A lot of updates about the floor. Just trying to plan it out still. Trying to think. 12 sheets of plywood. Just looking at all the intricacies. These different things to consider. I don't even know where the doorway is going to be, whether there's going to be 2 doors, 1 door. Try and maximise the amount of shelves. I'm not even sure if we need to be able to access this electric meter. Probably do need to make sure that that's still accessible. I just got off the phone with Halifax. They are ready to go ahead. They said we start getting the stall set up. The only concern they had was they don't want this to be perspex. But yeah, that's just wow, really. So see how it goes. Early January I was looking at, I tried to persuade them to give me a bit of chance with the time because I'm so busy over the next month. But yeah, it's time to clean the floor. Lord, thank you, Lord. The market's been quiet today because it's been raining, but you've been suffice. We've had a good day of sales after a quiet early in the week. It was very quiet. Tuesday was very quiet. But yeah, thank you. Doing your work for you, dude. Oh Lord. So my timber has arrived. Our timber and building supplies. Oh Lord. road, guys. Right, so now gonna apply onto this trolley thing. Jesus friggin' Christ, yo. Things chipping. Okay, just begun putting a drop cloth around. Stop the sawdust from getting everywhere. Okay, people getting just about ready to start committing to these cuts. Done lots of measurements, lots of little calculations, trying to figure it out exactly how it's going to work. Hopefully it doesn't go wrong. There's two different ways I'm thinking about doing it. These lips at the bottom for the bigger shelves at the bottom, and then also so people can actually stand on and get to the top shelves, or straight up and down. So we're going to do the straight up and down anyway for the outside end, which is going to be along that side, and then maybe for the 4 walls in, for the 3 walls inside, that's where the lip's going to be. So there'll be a 20cm lip all the way around, and yes, the bottom shelves will be 40cm deep. And I'm trying to figure out for the back, because I kind of want a chair at the back here. I'm really not sure yet, or maybe at the side, or at the side here. Not 100% sure where yet, but I really want there to be a little seating area inside. For the amount of wood that I've got 12 sheets of this 8x4 for 8 foot by 4 foot. It works out about 12 cases at 60 centimeters wide. Something like that. It depends on how I do it basically, but once we start cutting, once we start drilling, sticking it all together, I'm sure we can do it by eye. Maybe it will be more fitted in than we planned, but who knows. I need to get a drop cloth over the top. It's looking like a crime scene. Just had a phone call from the AQK on Temple Street saying they've got a load of books for me to go check out, pick up. Here we are, champion food. Okay, we've had some issues, delays with the cuts, mostly caused because the circular saw thermal cut out. Don't sound like a massive issue. Just fix, get a new circular saw. Well, the issue is there's at least 6 long cuts per board. There's 12 of them to do. So you've got 12 times 15 of these long cuts. The thermal cut out started happening on the 2nd half cut. So basically in the 3rd cut, the thermal cut out started kicking in. The other issue is you can't use the power tools here on site between 9 and 5, which means that I've got to really rush to do it between 5 and 6 PM, which means all the ply is there ready to be made into the cases, but it can't be cut until this certain time, and also with rushing it, it's chipping the side of the cuts. So we haven't even got one bookcase made yet, and there's something like 24 of them to make. I've rung up the timber company, I've asked them if they can come and cut it on the flatbed. They said they can't cut it on the flatbed, but they can pick it up and bring it back. That's going to cost more money. They said they usually charge £1 per cut, so I'm thinking, what in the world should I do? You know what I mean? What should I do? The market's just crazy today. There's like elf guy running around, there's Punch and Judy shows. In here I'll show you where we are. See these, that's what we cut so far. And look at it. I mean, it's okay on one side. You can see there all down the side, completely chipped. All there, look at that. Chipped ruins. So I don't want to cut any more and have that occur. I heard that if you put tape on it, then it'll stop that from occurring. But yeah, it's hard work, guys. We've got all this. Another problem is every time we move the wood around, it pulls down this drop cloth. It's just everything is like getting on top of me at the moment. It's really draining, bad style. Lots going on in Burnley today, markets. Hopefully this will stop the splinter thing, the chipped edges. I read online, put this on before you jigsaw. Crazy, I'm crazy for books. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm absolutely worn out, physically and mentally drained. We're about an hour away from giving this another go. Taped up, ready to hopefully stop the splinters. Also, all the entire space, rock clothed, airtight. I'm not sure if it's when last time I was doing it, this thing here, that little button, seemed to be when I hit that by accident, when the errors started occurring. Thank you, Father, for our daily refresher. I just got finishing what I couldn't record because just not the time, guys. But I managed to get, I think, 6 at least before the battery went. I don't think the thermal cutout went this time. I think it was actually the battery that went. It's 26. So if I can get 6 done every day, it means I might get this done in 12 days. So I still need to figure out something else because that's a long time, really. I need it done in a day. So thank you anyway for the gig, Lord. Let's not have an avalanche whilst we do this. Thank you. Oh Lord, there's just a lot of coins in there. Worn out beyond belief. The good news is on those second cuts with the tape on, we didn't get the splinters. I'm sorry, we still got the splinters, but we didn't get them as bad. Can't wait just to chill out and read a book, guys. To tie into the circular sawing. I have to take inventory and try and think of something to plan how it's going to work. Hey people. So this week in reflection, we've had a lot occur. We've had some really good things happen, like the Age UK bulk buy, the Nelson bulk buy was really good. We got the big news about saw number 2, just started rolling like crazy. But then we've also had the disaster with the circular saw cutting out and the assumption that I was allowed to use power tools during the day, meaning that I can't, well, meaning that I now have all this plywood that needs cutting still to make these cases, and it's really hard work, really difficult, but hopefully we'll get through it next week. I got some things to sort out, some things that could be possibilities, but this is all cutting into the budget, guys. So we'll have to see what happens, because it's really hard work at the moment. This week has been crazily hard work. Like my throat is killing me. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but my throat's killing. My foot's killing. Just on my last legs. It's been an emotional roller coaster. So I'm sorry if you had to be a part of that. In other news, I met a few people. A guy that's inviting me to his house church tomorrow, but I go to Kingdom Hall on Sunday, so I don't know if it's going to fit in. But I'm going to try and get the address off him and see if it can fit in. To be honest, I would love that few hours just extra in bed, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to drag myself out of it after this week. So the day's still not over yet. I still got some measuring to do, some figuring out what more wood I need to order, because when I get this guy, what I think is going to happen is the people I bought the wood off, I'm going to tell them the measurements that I want it cut to. They're going to come pick the wood up, take it, cut it, bring it back. So yeah, it's not perfect because it's going to cost a bit of money. And I also need to buy some more wood and get it all built in. And it's just hard work. It's really hard work, to the point where I'm just like, I should have just bought flat pack cases. Like, yeah, it might come to a bit extra initially, but now that I'm gonna have to send the wood back and get it delivered again and all that sort of stuff, what sort of finish are they gonna get to after we chipped all that wood? Hopefully, if they give it a sand, give it a varnish. Like today, I also had issues again with the thermal thing, but I got 6 cuts, which means I could possibly get it all cut in 12 days. But that's assuming that every day is as good as today. Some days might only be as good as yesterday. And it's also very hard work because I've got to sweep up all the sawdust every time. It's in the market and there's food places in the market, so it's also very difficult because I've had to like cover the top up with that drop cloth, and it's covering, it's like, it's not as tall as the wood is, so when I'm moving the wood around, it's ripping the drop cloth off, and I've got to put the drop cloth back up. So it's just going to be easier just to send the wood back, get them to cut it, bring it back. But then the downside to that is it won't be as bespoke as what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be, you know, cut wood, measure it, put it in, adjust it a bit. Does it work? Does it not work? Have a look at it. Have a look at it in comparison to what we've done so far. Oh, it might work, it might not. Cut a bit more. Which I'm hoping to still be able to do, which is why I'm just going to get the lot cut into 20 centimetre strips, which is about the size of a bookshelf, and then I'm not going to actually get the shelves cut. I'm just going to cut them. I'll be able to cut them by hand in the market stall, which is still hard work. Like, that is quite, even just cutting through, you know, 20 centimetres of it is quite, which is a good thing really, because I've been trying to give it that stress test to see how much it would bore over time, and it doesn't look like it's going to do that really bad. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to try and get it sorted out all next week. I just wish I could have sorted it out if I didn't have the disaster of just assuming that I could drill and saw and all that during the day. I would have had it done much faster than what it's taking. But store number 2 hopefully should be sorted very soon. And other good news is store number 3 is up to the legal stage now of finalising, basically. So we're looking to do it by January, which means I've got to get my head sorted out. But that I've still got to do some stuff with that. I've got to send some documents off to prove my identity, and that's it. That's everything done for that, and then we can get that ball rolling. But yeah, just a crazy week, guys. I'm just so out of energy. But yeah, let's have a quick look at this book, which is the one that I chose. I've been, not on purpose, but every now and then when I see a book in the shop that I think looks really cool and unique, I'll pick it up and I'll take it home. I picked this up and I started reading it in the shop, and it's really cool. It's like, it's by actually a guy from Blackburn, I think. Like, the guy went to college in Blackburn, I think. It says Blackburn and Liverpool. It's called The God of This World by Kenyon Dobson, and it's just one of the, I like flicked through to see what things it touches upon. It touches upon loads of different stuff that I think is just really cool. So that's the book that I've chosen to add to my shelf. I'm currently in that stage between reading books where I'm like choosing which book to read next, cover to cover. But a lot of the time I'll pick up a book like this and I'll read a bit of it at the front, and then I'll be like, flick forward, and then I'll see there's a poem there, and I'll read a bit of the poem, then I'll read a bit of this bit, and a bit of that bit, a bit of this bit, and I've got to try and force myself not to do that with some books, because you might spoil it for yourself, so I like, try and go back to the beginning and read it again. But it's just so cool that this guy's from round here, and yeah, it came in one of the bulk buys from Age UK. What's really good about this as well is these bulk buys that I'm now getting from these charity places, they are really keen for me to buy them from them because they don't have the room to put the books out onto their cases, so they take them to recycling. They sell them to recycling, and it gets mushed up into pulp and made back into paper, which I think is crazy. Like, it's just mental. It's just the craziest thing to ever do with a book. But I suppose if you got no room for it, you got no room for it. But I've wrote my rules out. Like, that's why people always coming at me like, yo, Paul, when you, like my friend on Zello, karaoke, she's like, people usually have a plan. They don't just get a shop and then pile products in it to the top, to the rim. And like, yeah, fair enough, the management of the market have said that too, like I've got way too many books in there, but people are assuming other people's stuff. No customers has fallen over, no customers have had a disaster. It's really clear that you can just step around it, in my opinion. Elderly people are completely not had a problem. Young people have not had a problem. The only people that's having a problem is these hypothetical future scenarios which could occur, whether there's 10 books there or 10,000 books there. Yeah, there might be different hazards and stuff like that, but we're trying our best to address them, aren't we, at the speed of time. What would you rather happen? All them books get turned into pulp? You know what I mean? That's what the other places have to do. They have to turn them into pulp. It's just crazy. It's like, it's backwards industry that is just, it's sinful. Do you know what I mean? We're not burning books, it's a sin. Turning them into pulp is also a sin if they're completely healthy. Like, look at that, perfect condition, not wrong with it at all. £29 when you first bought it. Oh no, sorry, £10.99. It's £29.03. £11 when you first bought it. I'm gonna say £29 quite expensive, but some books are that much. You know what I mean? The textbooks, the medical books, things like that. This, like, I always tell people about when I went across the desert on a quad bike to the most poorest little village you could ever imagine. They had nothing in the village. I went to see the town hall, which was mud, made out of mud. And in the middle of the town hall, they had a little plastic table with a Disney princess scene on it. And to that village, this really poor village, like, not just really poor, like this was cut off from society style poor. They were praying to Cinderella. Do you know what I mean? Cinderella was an idol on the table, because they didn't have any other machined products. They didn't have any production line product, any pristine things. I gave her €2 for a drink, and she dropped to her knees and started praying to me like I was a god. And she got all her family over to come and see me, and she was like, she was so grateful that I gave her €2. It was like as if I'd given her £1 million or something. Imagine if you just took them a few books. You know what I mean? Yeah, the symbols might be abstract, but I'm sure they'll find the paper interesting. They'd find the machining interesting. They probably think it's dropped from heaven or something, because it's like just nothing that they've got in the village. Eventually, they start putting two and two together and figuring out what the symbols are, and maybe they will be less cut off from the rest of society. it's terrible how the world is, how much inequality there is in the world. Like, we can have one place just turning books into pulp. Like, honestly, the charity shops are doing the very best. Their aim is, you know, whether it's making money to save animals, making money to research illnesses, making money to pay the veterans. They don't really necessarily care about the products. So you go and donate your books to these charities, a lot of them, they'll go, we don't have room for them. They've donated a load of books. What can we do with them? The only thing they can do is sell them to recycling to get turned into pulp. So people like me, that's not just my only way of getting them, but it's been a big way to get them for a very competitive price lately. And what's even better about them ones that are in the back is these people don't necessarily know the books inside out. They don't know what books are worth what. Like, I can see a book, and I know I've not been doing this forever, but it's really quickly you realise that a lot of books are the same everywhere. They're not rare. Like, you've got a million copies of them. Like, Dan Brown's might be everywhere, but they'll think, oh yeah, Dan Brown's good, I'll get that up on shelf. People that read books probably read Dan Brown like 10 years ago, you know what I mean? No, I'm not saying Dan Brown's rubbish or stuff like this. How many copies did this kid make? You know, Kenyon Dobson. Did he make a lot of copies? Did he sell a lot of copies of this book? Like, this is probably rare, you know what I mean? It's quickly now to see, for me, quickly to notice these authors that are like more niche, more unique. Maybe they're from far away, but like, this is a local author as well. I found some really awesome books this week. I wish I had more time to look through them. I've not had any chance at all to even look at the front. I've been doing the daily videos every morning, and I've not even had a chance to do that. So let's leave it there, guys. It's been an awesome week, very stressful. Let's hope that we get it all sorted out next week. So let's do a quick prayer, yo. Thank you, Father, for a wonderful week. We'll try our best again next week. Amen.